Thought I'd take a minute and record some of the progress that I'm making on the farm so far this spring. It's been a long winter, and it's been hard to get much of anything done. But with that being said, I am working in the garden. I'm still about 6 weeks away from the first frost date, or last frost date, and trying to get some things going. And I thought I would show a little bit of it, document a little of it, and show you what I got going on. I've always been a row gardener, where I put one row in at a time and planted one row of crop on that hill, and that's just the way I've always done it. But I've been doing some research in the last couple months while it was too cold to do anything else, and I've decided to take on a new twist this year, and I'm trying really hard to turn this into this. And what I got going here is I've got 30-inch beds laid out with a 18-inch walkway in between them, so 48-inch center. And the reason I chose that is because that is the wheelbase on my garden tractor. So if at any point in time I need to get in here with the tractor, I can do it without disturbing these rows, with the intentions of trying to make this a far less tilling and far less manual work. One of the reasons that I always did the row gardening is because the disc on the tractor was a lot easier to go north to south when I've got this big field sitting out here. And it just made it easier for turning around and everything else. But doing it this way, I think it should be less manual labor. So I'm running the 30-inch beds with a 18-inch walkway between them, and I'm putting 2 rows of drip tape down in each one. It's a bit of a challenge to try and get all this done. For one reason, the hills are all going the wrong direction, so I have to manually move all of that with a hoe and a rake to try and get it in place and level. Getting some fence up to see if we can keep the deer out this year. So we got that going on. Doing the weeding. Got some permanent stakes in. I'm running string lines to keep it straight. Up here, I'm still weeding this part, but these beds here are going to be running the other direction as more of a permanent garden. These 2 rows are going to be asparagus. This first one already is asparagus, and there's some starting to crown. Right there's a couple pieces starting to come up, and this one's got, I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's one kind of dead center screen starting to come up there. And so I'm going to make these 2 rows asparagus, and then I'm going to mulch all of that and plant my strawberries interplanted between all of that. Utilize the drip tape for both, and use the high and low, trying to get something out of it. And then the extension of this, I'm thinking this part here will be where I'm going to put the herbs, parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme, all of that kind of stuff. But as you can see, I've got, the way I've got it laid out, I've got room for 15 30-inch beds, and they're 35 feet long each. And then I'm still trying to get it taken care of, but down on that end is a portion of it that I had tilled last year but didn't use as garden space, and I just didn't have time to get to it, and the weeds got away from me. But my intention is to try and have all of this done and have as much of everything in the ground as I can before hay season, which is sneaking up on us real quick. I've got this end row here, I've already got the first roughly 10 feet of it planted with garlic, and down to those tall green ones you see there. A few of them are coming up, and then the other half of that is going to be where I'm going to go as far as I can with the elephant garlic that the seed actually just arrived today. And this row is going to be onions, and I'm just going to keep working my way across with not necessarily a plan beyond that point, other than the first thing that needs to get planted next. Utilize the rows as I'm getting them done and go from there. So that's where we're at. That's what I'm up to. Just thought I'd make an update. Thanks for watching. Keep your timber shivering.